Hello, I'm Tina. Welcome to Lecture Academy. Today I'm going to share with you some ideas that I'm going to be using for Black History Month. Actually, I'm going to start towards the end of January with introducing different fun facts about Black history or inventors or different ones who made a difference in the African American community. So, I am not going the traditional route with it. However, I'm doing games and I'm doing different flashcards. My goal is to try to research and we talk about different things with Black history that is usually not talked about. So that takes a lot of different research and it takes a lot of forethought in the beginning. However, I'm doing a whole lot of different things and it's not just going to be just for February. It's going to be at different points throughout our school year. That's just a regular part of what we're going to learn about some interesting facts about our history. But at any rate, I want to share with you guys some of the things that we're using. This is not all of it, but this is some of it. If you're looking for a game and you're trying to find a way to introduce or talk about the Underground Railroad with your children, I would suggest this game. It's very simple and it's fun, but it has different challenges that you have to challenge cards. It has a question and then it has an answer. In order for your child to go on to the next point, they have to answer the question correctly. Of course, you don't have to do it that way. You can ask the question, they can answer them, or you can show them the answer, however you want to do it. I don't always follow directions the way the manufacturer intended. I adjust a lot of directions to fit my unique homeschool. So again, they have like questions and answers, they have challenges, and this is pretty much how the game looks. The objective for the game is the child is, it's like this. The objective from the game is, and if you're doing the 50 states, this highlights different states that was slave trade states and ones that was called free states. So basically your child will be one of the slaves and they trying to pick which route they want to take, whether they want to take which route they're trying to take to freedom. So, and it's all dealing with the Underground Railroads. So basically they're trying to get their way to freedom on this game. So they're going to meet different challenges and different things along the way with questions and different stuff. But which route they're going to take. So the child has the opportunity to basically makes it an interactive game. So it makes the Underground Railroad come to life, so to speak. Of course, you can incorporate different videos and different stuff that you, let me be specific, that you feel your child is able to handle at that particular time. Because when we're talking about slavery and we're talking about anything dealing with slavery and Black history in the beginning, it can be very, very difficult. So you need to make sure that your child is emotionally able to handle the information. So if they're not, you need to tailor it to what they can handle at that time period. And it's okay if they can't handle the gory details about what really happened during that time period. But you can still teach them based on their level of their emotional state. You don't want to like throw all this stuff on your children and they're not able to emotionally handle the information at that point, because it can make for a very overwhelming situation. So you know your child better than me, so you be able to differentiate when and where you want to explain different topics to your children. This is another one. The Black Heritage Trivia game. Of course, I know you see Oprah on there. So the same kind of format. It's just asking you different things dealing with history. I'm going to show you how the game board actually looks. And the whole premise of the game basically is you have you have questions and answers. And like I said before, how sometimes I use flashcards to teach lessons versus a book. This is a perfect example of that. You can just give them a couple cards and say, I want you to learn these facts today. And they also have the answer to the bottom, so they'll know what the correct answer is. And you can just talk about a couple of facts a day. Or you can do it with the game, the traditional way with the game. Either or is fine. Let's see. Let me show you something else that I'm using. Put this to the side. Okay. I know I told you guys about these free DVDs that you can get mailed to your home. I'm not too sure whether or not all of these are still available as of now, but some of them are still available because I checked like the beginning of this week, of last week, and some of them are still available, which my kids have already went through all 3 of these. No, they didn't do this one yet, but they went through these 2. So I'm just going to reintroduce it because at different ages, children is able to adapt. You having trouble getting them? One lady, I think Carrie, in my Lakeshore Academy Ideas Facebook group, she said she had to actually email them to get it. Maybe they're just getting an overwhelming response to the DVDs now, being that it's Black History is coming up. So you got to keep in mind that schools apply for this as well as homeschoolers. So just keep trying. I really hope you can get this because the artwork, teaching tolerance. You're welcome. The curriculum is teaching tolerance. Oh my goodness, people. These are so well done, and a lot of them you get, and I don't have the poster, but with this one, the Selma, they actually have a poster that goes with this one, and it like chronicles with the timeline of what happened in history. So if you're working on timeline for history, any kind of format like that, and because we use Thinking Tree a lot, it actually breaks it down, and the artwork is amazing, and the photograph. What I like about each one of their DVDs, they have like a viewer's guide, and they usually have like the film that goes with it. So you'll actually see real live footage from that era. And then sometimes they have interviews and different stuff with people from that time period. And it has a teacher's guide DVD as well. I'm going to show you guys a time for justice. This one, I actually still have the poster with it. If you can see it. I hope you guys can see it. But this is the same one. It's the same format. See how they have the time periods, and they're actually showing you what happened with the civil rights movement with the timeline. Like the March from Selma, they actually have like all the different significant events that happened around that same time. So they have it like broke down and have like a little picture detailing it. I think I let somebody borrow that poster, but at any rate, it comes with a poster. You're gonna love it when you get it. Like I said, teacher's guide, and then the film. This is explaining, the teacher guide just basically just explains to you how to use the DVDs, how to utilize it. This one, African American, and the Palmetto State, which is basically South Carolina, is South Carolina, so they have different little things in it. I'm not going to do the whole book because I do a little bit at a time. I just actually got that book. This is another one. African American Portrait of People. Celebrate 400 years of African American life with its most intriguing people. So another homeschool mom gave me this book. They have a whole lot of different people in this book. Some that you don't even hear about when you are in public school or just hearing about Black history on the television. You don't hear about some of these individuals. Now, some individuals we do hear about quite a lot, and we appreciate what they did. But we want to also learn about the ones that are not publicized as much as some. So this book will just give you, it's pretty thick too. So it gives you a good detail, and you'll be like, wow, I didn't know we did that. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. This one, oh, I love this one. This is a book called All Around Town. Now, this book is not cheap. I think I spent maybe $15 for it, but sometimes you can run up all the way up until $40, $50 for this particular book. But what I want to tell you is that check your public library first, because they do have this book in in most public libraries. This book is about a photographer, and he was a black photographer, and he was taking pictures during a time when there wasn't black photographers, so to speak. And his goal was to humanize us as regular people, which we are. But I just love the way it shows how he chronicles various different ones. And these photos are by Richard Samuel Roberts. He took the most amazing, beautiful pictures. I mean, amazing. I wonder, can you see it? So, if you have a child that wants to be a photographer, or even if they don't want to be a photographer, just to show the uniqueness of how this man was able to show his work in a time where no one wanted to see his work, but his work spoke for itself. It was so great that he had to get recognized. So I just love how he captures the photo. And I mean, you can just almost just see he was a great photographer, and these are black and white pictures, and look how great it is. He did an excellent job. Of course, there are many more books on Samuel Roberts, but I really had to have this. So if I'm spending $15, $20 for something, it's good. Okay, this one is another one from a guy. It is Life in a Day of a Black LA. So this is just from the LA people who lived in LA during this particular time period, prospective black individuals. And it shows what happened. And different news anchors of that time in LA. Different black photographers in LA. It's just a unique way. And being that my family is visual learners, so I like to have a lot of pictures. These flashcards are like the best I've ever seen dealing with black history. For the fact that it's doing exactly what I wanted to do with my kids. Because I actually researched a lot of different African American people who made significant impact in history for myself. And a lot of the people that I found, they're in these flashcards. Now, they have 2 volumes. This is a relatively new company. Black History flashcards. These are some of the most amazing cards I have ever seen. Now, they're like the size of like playing cards. They're not like the big size ones. But it's like 51 cards or 53 cards in each stack. So what you will have is the person, and it'll have the when they was born and when they died, and then it'll have a couple facts about them. Of course, this always leads to more research. It always leads to more conversation. So, of course, we know it's more about Fanny than just on this card, but this is just a good brief summary of some of the things or the highlights that she done. So you can do more research. I mean, it's talking about people, all kind of people, different PhD doctors, different ones that we know, ones that we didn't know. And this man here, well, he was James Baldwin. He was, research him. You will be amazed at listening to his documentary. If you can look him up and look at his documentary, you will be amazed of some of the things that he was able to experience and see. Barbara, comment flashed up real quick and went away before I could read it. I didn't see. You can get, I think you said where you can get these flashcards from. urbanintelligent.com. I'm going to try to put the link below this video. And look at this. Things that you never hear about in Black history is on these cards. You will be amazed at some, like, all of this history. Like, I personally did research on these myself, so when I bought these flashcards, I'm like, they probably just gonna talk about the same stuff that we hear about all the time. Some of the same things that I researched are in these cards. Okay, volume 2 focuses only on women. So all these cards in this one is all about different things that women did in Black history. Of course, we have to have Maya Angelou. But of course, we have ones that we don't really hear about. So that's what I love about these. Oh, they have Ruby in this deck too. But anybody know about who this is? So that's why I said these cards are amazing. So what we're doing is best. Oh, and I want to show you this one. They even have somebody all the way back to 40 BC. Do you know about her? So, she was a warrior queen. And that's all I'm going to tell you because I want you to research her. But anyway, these are absolutely amazing. So you will really be amazed. Of course, these cards have people in it that we are familiar with. Oh yeah, they leave out a lot in public school. That's why I really do the research for myself, and I was shocked and amazed. Yeah, I was shocked and amazed at all the history. And this is not all of it, because you know, all our history cannot be put in like 53 cards. So this is just a good foundation for you to go out and look for more things dealing with Black history and dealing with things that happen, and also just getting a clear perspective. Not saying I don't want you to do this history and then start hating everybody, because this is not about that. This is just about educating yourselves and having having knowledge about your heritage, and about learning to love through the pain. Because this is a painful subject to talk about. But if you can learn to forgive and learn to love through the pain, then it will help all of us. So this is just to inform and help our children build up their self-esteem. Because many times I think our children only think, if we don't inform them, they think the best thing is what they see with rappers and TV stars. And not saying that they're not great. I'm just saying that it's more to our history than music and dancing. Even though we're great at it, but it's more than music and dancing. We have contribute with medicine. We have contribute with hair. We have contribute with developing new concepts and everything. So when they start getting a more wider perspective of seeing African Americans in a positive light, then we can produce more positive little people. So I just really love that book, these several little things. And also I have some more things, but those are just the ones that I want to highlight and show you guys today. So if you want something that's unique, these flashcards are excellent. If you really want to have a book dealing with photography, he is superb. And also this photographer too. And I can't remember what his name is. And this book is great as well. It's heavy. And also go to Teaching Tolerance and try to see, can you get these free DVDs and posters that goes along with them. So again, this is Tina from Lecture Academy. I'm sorry that this video is so long. I try to be 15 minutes or below, but Again, I went a little too long, but at any rate, you guys, thank you for watching, and I hope this helps you if you're looking for something to do for Black History Month. Of course, like I said before, we're not just doing it for Black History Month. We're studying a little bit throughout the year. But I was just trying to give one's pointers if they're looking for something different outside the box. This is Tina from Lakeshore Academy. Have an excellent day. Talk to you later. Bye.